Well, it started with an antique machine, and in 1989 started with one machine, and had no idea that we were going to put them out in service and let them sell soda. But it seemed like that it got a very positive response by everybody that saw it. For the past 2 months, I have put on display unrestored soda machines in the City Hall of Morganton. I put on some Pepsi Colas and some RC Colas and some Coca Colas from the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. We put on display a Mills 65, which was produced in 1942, which has a large 5-cent sticker on it, and it was the first machine that Mills produced after the war. It only vends baby Coca-Colas, because in 1955 and before 1955, only one flavor was available from Coca-Cola. We also have on display some one-flavor Pepsi Colas and some three-flavor Pepsi Colas. We have a Mills 120, which is extremely rare, probably one of only 2 or 3 left in the world. We have a 144 SA, which is a tall machine with a dial on it. You dial in the drink that you want before you put your money in it. Normally they would take this machine and it had a sign on it that would say select your drink first, because a lot of people would not read and they would put their money in, and then they would realize that they had forgot to set the dial, and they would get the drink that the last person received. And these machines were very aggravating, and they took them out of service because of that. We have an RC Cola Atlas, which is behind me, which is a 3-flavor machine. It's a very odd machine because it is actually 3 machines stacked on top of each other. If one machine broke, they would remove it and put another one in. Even though it looks like it's one solid cabinet, inside it has 3 machines completely independent of each other that work off of separate switches that are stacked one on top of the other. We have a barbershop machine, which is a Westinghouse Coca-Cola, which has no coin mechanism on it. And you would walk in, sit down and wait to get your hair cut, and you would pull the soda out of the machine without having to put any money in the machine, and you would pay the barber at the end when you got your hair cut. And if you tipped the barber enough, he most likely wouldn't charge you. We have a square top Mountain Dew machine produced by Ventilator in 1962. Extremely rare, and to date it is the only one known to be in existence. It has a Mountain Dew bottle cap lens, which is called a serrated cap lens, in the front of it. It is painted green and white. When we first bought this machine, it was actually stored in a building, and it actually said 7-Up on it. And we thought it was a 7-Up machine. We bought it, we sent it through the paint shop, we painted it green and white, and then when we fixed the lights on it and lit it up, the 7-Up had a Mountain Dew image behind the 7-Up. And we went and looked, and somebody had put an image over top of the Mountain Dew that didn't show up until we backlit it. So we were able to peel the image off and found Mountain Dew underneath. We had the historian for Pepsi Cola and for Mountain Dew visit our location and saw the Mountain Dew machine, and he said it was the only one he knew of in existence, and to date we've never found another one. We also did a 144, and we brought it, and it is actually an original. It was found in a Piggly Wiggly in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and it has a 7-cent coin mech on it. Takes a nickel for a soda and 2 cents for the deposit. You have to deposit the pennies first and then the nickel to get your drink. Operating at City Hall for the past 2 months has been a Cavalier 72. It is the only round top machine that was ever produced by Cavalier that was a solid white door. The reason why they started painting them solid white is because in 1954 Coca-Cola decided, and around that area they decided that more white on the machine means that the customer would interpret that the drink was colder. So drink machines started sporting white tops, solid white doors with a paint called iceberg white. So the Cavalier 72, which holds 72 bottles, is a solid white door. When you go and you look at a machine, and if it is called a Mills 120 or if it is a Cavalier 72, mainly what that means is that's how many drinks it holds. when they would come up with a model number of a machine, it would be the machine's capacity. We have on display the first upright soda machine in history, built in 1936, that was set on 5 cents, coin operated. We have on display the second upright machine in history. We have on display the second soda machine in history, called an ICO, built in 1926 in Charlotte, and in 1927 also in Charlotte, North Carolina. We have the number 3. We also have the first cup machine ever produced on display. They produced 10 of these machines in 1939, and to date only one exists of the first 10 produced. It is called a decapper, and it decaps the bottle in front of a lighted window and pours the drink for you. And then you can reach in and get the cup, and it takes the empty bottle and stores the bottle up in the top of the drink machine. We want to welcome you to Granite Falls. If you have a chance to come by and visit our museum, we'd like you to see the machines that we have on display. We also have a banquet hall that you may visit in Granite Falls, and we're also opening a second part of the museum, which is going to showcase soda machines and vintage general store items, bank items, musical items from Caldwell County and Burke County.